Well, welcome to Monday Night Hockey, where the Conard Red Wolves take on the Daniel Hand Tigers. Red Wolves coming off a emphatic win versus their arch rival Hull High and putting up 6 points on the board, will take on Division II competitor Daniel Hand. Russ, it's like we never left. In the locker room, Russ, you were 0-3 to start the season. You had 3 great wins. You started putting up massive points up on the board. You beat your arch rival. What do you tell the boys to have them not come down from that and keep the pressure on?
Yeah, I think first of all, Rob, I think it's going to be hard not to come down a little bit from Saturday's game. I think that, it's a ton of emotion, ton of energy they expended out there. Hopefully Sunday gave them a time to rest and a time to get themselves together for this game tonight. This is an important game. Conard's still looking for their first D2 win. Conard 3-3-0 versus Hand 1-4-0. Hand's played all D2 teams. Conard has yet to have a D2 victory. So this is a great opportunity for Conard to come out here. Hand's playing with a goalie by committee right now because their goalie's injured. So some poor guy got elected tonight to rotate into the net. So Conard also has that on their side right now. So looking forward to seeing what the boys can bring after a great effort on Saturday.
And looks like Coach Olson's going to stick with same starting lineup. Eisenberg at center, Ken Roach at the wing, and Gavin Mangini at the wing. D-men for Conard starting tonight, Jackson Metzinger and Riley O'Keefe. Alice Kirchachern for Han will take it, and Daniel Han wins the faceoff. In the neutral zone, Eisenberg trying to push it up. Daniel Han will send it down deep. Riley O'Keefe covers, sends it out to his outlet pass. Puck is lost, but picked up by Ken Roach. He tries to swing it to the outside. Met up at the boards. Now Eisenberg passes it ahead to Mangini, but just a little out of his reach. Mangini, with his speed, able to get it. He's pushed off a little bit. Conard trying to set something up. Matzinger pinches, and now with 3-on-1 for Han. Here comes Karchurchian. Riley O'Keefe playing. Shot, save, Emery. Rebound, save, Emery. And quickly, the D gets it out of the zone, and Conard will take a personnel change. Quick test for Chase Emery there, and he passed. Torn McGoldrick, shot, scores!
Wasted no time there, Rob. 101.
Torn McGoldrick, who had 3 goals and a hat trick and his 100th career point on Saturday, came off the bench in a personnel change, grabbed the puck, carried it through the zone, took a shot, and scored. When it's pouring, it's torn. It's like we never left. Conard will win the face-off draw. 1-0 Conard here. Daniel Han will look to get something going. William Emerson will send it in deep into the Conard zone. Han sends it to the point. Shot off the point and easily gloved by Chase Emery. Ryan Mason for Dan takes the face-off, wins it, sends it back to the point, but it comes out. Almost an opportunity for Braden Gainey. He sends it forward, over to McGoldrick. McGoldrick, shot, rebound. McGoldrick, another shot. Save by Shane Wolf. Nolan Reck had the first shot, and it rebounded right onto Torrin McGoldrick's stick.
Conard just got to keep putting pressure. You've got somebody sitting in goal that probably hasn't sat in goal since his Mite career, so great opportunity for Conard.
Nick Alonso takes the face-off draw for Conard. Picked up by Braden McCabe. Now Parker Bastos takes a shot. Bangs off of somebody's skate in the crease. McCabe has it in the corner. He's challenged. Nick Alonso, nice backhanded pass to C.J. Bankoff, who shoots it just wide. Here comes Daniel Han now. Potential 3-on-2. Ryan Letowski has it. Takes a drop shot. Alex Karchian shoots it high. Now picked up by Bastos. He'll poke it out of the zone. Just out of his reach. And Daniel Han will get it through the neutral zone. And in deep into the Conard zone. Centering pass by Daniel Han is picked off by Conard. Here comes Liam Alford now. He's charging through. Here he comes, crosses the blue line, looks to drop it, thinks of the toes, picked up by Eisenberg, brings it through, and now another opportunity, 3-on-1 for Han. Kacherchian and Letowski. And Kashurian tries to shoot it and goes off the stick of the Conard defender and goes out of play. Ryan Mason takes the draw for Daniel Han. Poked out. Here comes Gavin Mangini now. He's being chased. Able to get it through. And able to squirrel around somebody. Puts it up the side to Dylan Smith. Dylan Smith circles. Backhands it, tries to Mangini. Mangini sends it in deep. Ken Roach now into the corner. Looking to center. Tries to pass it through. Shot. Mangini. Save. Wolf. Mangini was set up nicely there by Ken Roach, but Shane Wolf was all over that. Eisenberg takes the draw. One by hand, out to the point. Liam Elver tries to one-time it. It bounces off a stick, picked up by hand, comes into the neutral zone. Stretch pass from Liam Alford over to Ken Roach. And it goes back into the defensive zone for Conard, where Dylan Smith will grab it. Tipped away by Eisenberg to his teammate. Torin McGoldrick over to Roach. Roach looking to take a shot. He gets pushed to the outside, so he'll send it around. Gainey coming in. It's bounced off the boards. Nolan Reck. Gainey grabs it, flicks it down further. The Daniel Hand defender able to bypass Ken Roach. And the puck is put on net by Conard, and Wolf will cover it up. And we'll get an icing call, or face-off call, to the right of Wolf. And both teams will make a personnel change. 1-0 with 11:25 left to play in the first. Nolan Reck takes the draw for Conard. Loses it. No icing. Riley O'Keefe goes down to chase it. Sends it up the boards to his outlet pass. Hand is quickly all over it. But Torin McGoldrick able to grab it. He's got a hot hand lately. Matzinger able to send it down to O'Keefe. Into the corner. Connor looking to try and get it out and break it out. Torin McGoldrick has it, tries to make a move. It's tipped away by Patrick Koulis. And now Nolan Reck has it, but loses it, but picked up quickly in support with Torin McGoldrick, who goes to the outside. He's pushed off, goes into the corner. Patrick Koulis pushing him off, chasing him around, and now they're on the other side of the ice. Good play by Andrew Nigro to keep it in for Conard. Still able to keep it in. Now it just comes out a little bit. Conard will have to go back and touch up. Nigro has it. Good pass. Nice play by Nigro over to send it over to Nolan Reck, but just out of his hands. McGoldrick tips down a pass in the air. It's in the neutral zone. Squirts into the Conard offensive zone, and CJ Bankoff will bank it off the boards. It's touched by some hand players at their blue line. Nick Alonso challenges Ryan Mason from Daniel Hand. Now Braden McCabe on the other side of the ice will go after it. Parker Bastos trying to circle, tried to pass it back. Good play by Ryan Mason for Daniel Hand to get possession of the puck, and it's a battle in the corner on the boards. Nigro going at it. It's 2-on-1 versus him. He loses the puck. Mason for Hand tries to jam it in. Emery's there. Rebound comes out into the slot. Open man. Hand takes a shot. Goes off the post a little bit. And Parker Bastos is met with a fierce check, but he gets right back up and gets into the zone looking for the puck. That was a hard check. Conard has to go back and touch up. Stretch pass over to William Emerson for Daniel Hand. Back over to Riley Letowski. Pulls it back, tries to take a shot. It's picked off by Gavin Mangini. Goes into the corner. Shot now by Daniel Hand. Saved by Chase Emery. Gavin Mangini will slap at it. Liam Elford trying to push it out of the zone. It's trickled near the blue line. And Letowski for Daniel Hand will flip it up, and it'll go just out of play, and we'll have a face-off and a stoppage in play at 8:46 left in the first. Daniel Hand wins the face-off. Letowski circling around, goes behind the net, looking for a pass. Slow roller over to Gavin Skaris. And now Ken Roach has it. He's in the zone. Pass to Gavin Mangini. Tries to pull it back, loses it. Now it's a 3-on-2 for Daniel Hand. Letowski, he's got Kercherian, shoots it. He was open, couldn't, but just out of his reach a little bit. And shot from the point from Gavin Skaris. Soft in the air. Chase Emery will hold on to it, and we'll get a personnel change.
I'd like to see Conard do a little better job when they get in the zone, a little more possession. Just trying to rush things too much right now.
Conard trying to shoot it out and get a stretch pass. It's batted down in the air from Daniel Hand. They'll go back and regroup. A hard pass up the boards. And Ryan Wood will send it in deep for Daniel Hand. Riley O'Keefe will skate it up. Picked off by Daniel Hand. Ryan Mason in. Shot. Save. Rebound. Poached out right by Torin McGoldrick. Tipped up Nolan Reck. And the referee says you didn't quite make it to the red line. And Conard called for icing.
Conard's got to clean up the neutral zone. They got to get pucks in control into their into hand zone. Just a little sloppy right now.
Nolan Reck will go against Ryan Mason, who wins the draw. Shot in from the point from Daniel Hand. It was a blast. That was Luciano Tangretti. That went wide, though. Here comes Conard now. Gainey tries to send it in off Torin McGoldrick's stick. Gainey goes in deep after it. He's now pushed to the boards, and it's flipped up and touches the netting, and we'll have a face-off.
A little confusion on whose turn it was to play.
Eisenberg, the draw for Conard. It's lost. Daniel Hand wins it. It goes into the corner, though. Eisenberg spins around, keeps possession. Battle in the corner a little bit. Back and forth, and now Ken Roach able to skate away with it. Bounces it off the board to Liam Alvord. Tries to one-time it, and it goes slapping up in the air. Daniel Hand player has lost his stick. But Riley Letowski picked it up for Daniel Hand, skates with it, goes between the legs of it. Great job by Gavin Mangini to poke it free and send it deep into the zone. Now has an opportunity, sends it back to Roach. Conard trying to set something up here, looking for Liam up top. Another pass. Alvord walks it in. Goes off a shin of the Daniel Hand defender. That looks like Gavin Scarice. He tries to send it out, and he had a nice look. He was looking for Matthew Coppola. That was picked off by Liam Alford. Conard has to go back and touch up here. And good forecheck by Ken Roach. Tries to bring it forward. Can't. Now here comes Daniel Hand into the Conard zone. They'll put it on net. Shot goes behind the net. Now goes into the corner. Dylan Smith retrieves it. He'll skate up with it. Daniel Hand giving him the first part of the neutral zone. And Dylan Smith smartly dumps it deep as Conard had a personnel change going on. Good play by Dylan Smith and his defensive work. Riley Letowski now skating it in. Tries to go between the legs of Parker Bastos. Nigro is able to break it up for Conard. Now a shot from the point. Slow roller by Gavin Scarice. Chase Emery's able to push it away. Again, back up to the point. A shot softly. Chase Emery bats it away with his stick. Conard gets it out of the zone. And Daniel Hand tried to send it deep, but Nick Alonso slaps it midway into the Conard zone. Conard trying to get something going here, and it's poked away. Good feed to Ryan Wood. Shot, hard save, rebound, and Emery, quickly thinking, covers it up. 5:01 left to play in the first. We got a 1-0 lead by the Conard Red Wolves.
Chase Emery looking really confident right there between the pipes. Just amazing after 3 years in waiting, and here's his time.
Ryan Mason and Nolan Reck. Face-off won by Daniel Hand. Sent in by Gavin Scarice. Doesn't make it to the net. Outlet over for Conard Red Wolves. Banked backhanded off the boards by Braden Gainey. He meets his man, says hello. A little social hour there. Daniel Hand trying to bring it into the zone. And it's ripped around the corner. Hand taking a little bit of a change. Gainey sends it over to Dylan Smith. Riley O'Keefe, he bats it up to Nolan Reck. Nolan Reck sends it in deep. Gainey giving chase. And now it's loose puck for Nolan Reck, who takes a shot. It goes wide. He had a little time there. Torin McGoldrick looking for help. Sends it. Matzinger giving chase now, pinches in, smartly plays it deep into the Hand zone. Hand will wrap it around. Riley O'Keefe tried to kick it in, and now it's a one-on-one chase, Matzinger and Daniel Hand. And they win the puck. Now a shot, a blast, stick save by Emery. Nice, that was a hard shot by Luciano Tangretti. And Riley O'Keefe will send it out of the zone to Nolan Reck. It gets across the red line. A little back and forth here in the neutral zone. Letowski still trying to bring it forward. He just chips it in there. And sent deep by Torin McGoldrick. Tipped up by Daniel Hand, so no icing. Letowski brings it back, and now picked off by Mangini. Here he comes. Goes to the outside, tries to bring it to his forehand, goes backhand, and just tipped away off of his stick. Great opportunity. Now skating again. Backhanded shot. Rebound. Still out there. Ken Roach.
Kicked it in. I saw that. Tried to get away with it.
Loose puck. He tried to kick it loose, and he kicked it into the net. Can't do that. Referee all over that like white on rice. No goal.
Works in soccer, Rob, all the time. Great effort by Mangini, though. Two runs there into the zone. Just solid effort. He really sets a great example for this team in work ethic.
Especially the second time, Russ. He put on the burst of speed. Still kept that gas in the tank. Eisenberg will try and win the draw here. It's one. Gavin Mangini backhand it, flips it in. Roach giving chase. And
high stick.
Looks like a high stick call. So we'll have a face-off deep in the Conard offensive zone. Daniel Hand will come away with that face-off once again. Conard in a face-off deficit. Dylan Smith keep it in deep. Just over the stick of Ken Roach. Goes behind the net. Gavin Mangini now into the corner. Tries to poke it up to Dylan Smith. He's got to react quickly. Banks it off the boards to Mangini. Mangini sees Liam Alvord just away from him. Alvord tries to backhand it, pokes it away, and now kept in nicely by Eisenberg. He's shoved off the puck. He's got to go back and touch as it's sent in deep by Dylan Smith. Good play by the Daniel Hand defender. And a long pass over from Daniel Hand, trying to reach out to Ryan Mason, just off of his reach, but he's able to tip it so there's no icing. And now Daniel Hand putting some pressure on. Puck goes to the other side, over to Gavin Scarice. Conard can't break it out. Here they come now. Jack Eisenberg, backhanded, skates it out, and it goes into the corner. He'll try and find somebody. He's met with some physicality. He's pushed up against the board. And now William Emerson will skate it out of the zone for Daniel Hand. Torin McGoldrick comes back with it. Roach holds on to it. Right into the hands of Letowski, but not before Nolan Reck's able to get it. And Andrew Nigro now passes to Reck. It's out of the zone. And here comes Ryan Mason with an opportunity. Goes through C.J. Bankoff's legs, but it just squirrels slowly to the other side. Puck finds some open space, picked up by Daniel Hand. Tries to center it, hits the side of the net. Letowski, for Daniel Hand, loses it. Now Torin McGoldrick swings left, goes right, has it, and Braden Gainey just a tad offsides.
Conard's really got to clean up the neutral zone. It's a bit of a mess right now. They're running into each other, kind of overloading the side. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but they really got to spread out the ice, start using the puck to move, get moving on the puck. They're going to tire this team out really quick. They got a really short bench, so got to take advantage of the ice and move that puck.
I do notice Daniel Hand is substituting as often as possible. Loose puck now. Torin McGoldrick tried to look for a centering pass. Comes back to him behind the net. Shot. Centers. Right to Gainey. Shot save by Shane Wolf.
1 minute.
Icing call now on Daniel Hand. And we'll have 1 minute left to play. Clock is still running. Referee sees it. They'll make a note. They'll fix that clock and that time. Looks like Daniel Hand has a few guys that can skate with some speed.
Yeah, and I think Hand's kind of got a hand on the physical game right now. They're a little bit more. They're putting a little more physical pressure on Conard than Conard's pushing back on them. Like to see a little more physicality from Conard.
Daniel Hand will win the face-off draw again. Goes up to the slot. And looks like it's going to be sent deep and an icing call by Patrick Koulis for Daniel Hand. And we'll do it all over again. Gashurian for Daniel Hand. And Eisenberg. There they go. Daniel Hand comes up with it. Loose puck, sent forward. They tried to get it to Riley Letowski. They keep breaking a man out, Russ. Trying to use their speed and get a rush down there, and seems to be the kind of their play.
Yeah, they probably got a little bit of a set play here where they're trying to get a breakaway here in the last 40 seconds or so and try to put one up on there, but they're just not getting clean face-off win right now.
Third time's a charm. Gavin Mangini gets it. Shot. Hits the back of his own player, Torrin McGoldrick. Gainey will flub it in. Rebound. Eisenberg. Shot. Shane. Been hungry like the wolf. Eats that one up. Falls on his back. He's played nicely so far. He's been tested. Daniel Hand will come up with a face-off. Gavin Scarice for Daniel Hand. Tries to get in the corner, but Torrin McGoldrick plays him, the body. Now a shot on net by Liam Alvord. Pad save by Wolf. Dylan Smith tries to send it out front. And Daniel Hand, with 14 seconds left, saving their legs, shoots it down the ice. Players can't really change up here. Nolan Reck will take the face-off here. Won by Daniel Hand. Again, looking for it. Batted down by Torrin McGoldrick. C.J. Bankoff bats it down to Dylan Smith. Gainey has it. Sends it in deep. Torrin McGoldrick giving chase. He's pinched up against the board by Patrick Koulis. And time will click off the clock. And the Conard Red Wolves will go into the locker room with a 1-0 lead. Russ, your thoughts on that first period?
I mean, you know, not a bad overall period. Definitely a little sloppy. We're running into each other. I don't like the neutral zone. Like I said earlier, I think we need to have more movement and a little spread out a little more. We seem like we're on top of each other. I think you just got to clean some stuff up. You know, Hand's got a short bench. They're going to start to get tired. Goalie's been doing a great job for a guy just picking this up for today. Day job today. And so we'll see how it goes in the next period.
All right, and we'll be back after the first intermission. And we're back for the second period. 1-0 Conard. The Tor McGoldrick roll. Standing out. Daniel Hand of Alex Kircharian and Eisenberg taking the draw. And second period underway. Matthew Coppola sends it in deep for Daniel Hand. Conard. Shot right from the point by Gavin Scarice. A bullet. And Chase Emery all over that. Daniel Hand came out with a little bit of a blast. Some physicality. Ice flipped up. Clears the zone. Mangini on a chase. Good play by Riley Letowski to bump Gavin Mangini into the boards. But Ken Roach has it.
Kick the net off.
And looks like the netting came off the moorings, and we'll have a stoppage in play. Referees having a conversation with the two face-off men. Eisenberg and Kashurian go at it again. Daniel Hand wins the face-off. Stretch pass, tipped away by Nigro. Good job. Letowski trying to center it up as Coppola tried to crash the net. Hand trying to get something going. Here comes Ken Roach, speeding up, gets it across the red line. Good poke check by Daniel Hand, but Roach, great job to get it in deep for Conard, and Conard's bumped off the puck. Great job by C.J. Bankoff to poke it away. 3-on-2, Conard, and it just goes over the blue line. Conard will be offsides.
Yeah, our transition from defense to offense through the neutral zone into the offensive zone is a little painful right now. We're really having a hard time getting clean across that blue line without either turning over the puck or getting offsides like in the last case.
Conard wins a faceoff. Good move by Dylan Smith. Tries to bank it into the boards, but bounces off Tor McGoldrick's skate. Comes out of the zone. Now Conard has to go back and touch up and let it roll. Daniel Hand plays it. They hit their outlet pass. Gainey going after it. It's picked up by Dylan Smith, though. And a lot of slap hockey. Went through 4 sticks before picked up by Liam Alvord. Over to Nolan Reck. Tries to bring it to his forehand to take a shot, and it's picked off. And here comes Daniel Hand on a 2-on-2 breakout. Good movement by Ryan Mason. So Liam Alvord held him up, though. And that puck goes deep in the zone. Alvord giving chase over on the side. He'll corral it. Banks it off the board to McGoldrick. Brings it back, looking for a stretch pass. He'll go backhand, carries it over, looking to drop it, takes a shot, and Shane Wolf comes out to cut off the angle and makes a glove save as he was sliding to his right.
Conard's really not entering the zone with any momentum. We got 4 guys standing on the blue line as one guy carries the puck across. We've really got to clean this up.
Conard looks like they're going to get called for a penalty here. A tripping call. Wolf goes and skates the long distance to the net as Conard trying to touch up, and they can't quite do it. Good play by Kerjarian. Comes out of the zone. Patrick Koulis now grabbing it. Lefty Manateas for Hand has it. It's sent up the boards to Ryan Mason. Good puck possession. Manateas shot goes above Emery. Conard having a hard time touching it up right here, and finally do. It looks like Parker Bastos will go off at 12-12 and sit for 2 minutes and think about the trip. Russ, a little nervousness for the Red Wolves there. That extra attacker Daniel Hand was able to move that puck around and keep possession.
Yeah, Rob, again, I think Conard needs to find some energy, needs to, first of all, get through this penalty kill.
Gavin Mangini hustling to it, but Daniel Hand retains possession of it. Riley Latowski for Daniel Hand. He's been on the ice a lot tonight. Battles in the corner. Great job by Eisenberg to kill off some time there, about 13 seconds worth. Puck comes out of the zone, and breakout by Eisenberg. He's in it all alone. Goes backhand, forehand, forward, shot, loose puck out in front.
2 minutes for tripping.
And Eisenberg tried to reach back for it as Shane Wolf didn't know where it was. And Daniel Hand, defenseman, literally flicked it up out of bounds and into the fence. Great job by Eisenberg on that shift. Kill off some time and give himself an opportunity. And they'll redo that face-off. Latowski maintains possession, has it. Here comes Ryan Wood. Takes a drop pass. Didn't come out of the zone. Conard wanted that call. And now lefty Wiskowski. Shot. Scores. Conard wanted that puck off sides. Tor McGoldrick asking the referee. Referee said no and was brought in by Daniel Hand. And Latowski in the high slot on his forward hand was able to get one by Emery. We're tied here at 1-1 with 11:25 in the second. Conard wins the faceoff. Gainey has it. Drops it back. Over to Silas Warner. Over to Dylan Smith. Up the boards. Tor McGoldrick sends it deep into the corner. Warner banks it off the boards to keep it deep for Conard in the zone. Backhanded. Dylan Smith reaching for it. He tries to bank it off the boards.
Goal scored by number 11.
And Silas Warner, he'll have a foot chase, and it's an icing call. Good foot race. William Emerson beat him to the puck, but the puck crossed the line. We'll have that icing call. Ryan Wood had the assist on that goal for Daniel Hand.
It's never good when we're playing a man down, Rob, especially in a 1-0 game. So, all tied up now.
Conard wins the faceoff, grabbed by Mangini, banks it off the board to Dylan Smith. He'll shoot it in deep, picked off by Daniel Hand. They'll look for that breakout pass for a breakaway. Here comes Latowski, brings it back, spins. He'll try and set up near the bumper into the wall. Great play by Dylan Smith to go on his knees and block it. Goes back to the point, tries to shoot it. Goes off of Dylan Smith. Great play by Dylan. Daniel Hand wanted a call on that one. It looked like someone hugged somebody. Eisenberg trying to poke it away. Liam Elvert shoots it around the corner. Dylan Smith giving chase. Roach pinches his man. Now it's picked up. Dylan Smith holds his man and just able to poke away to Roach, who tries to get it, and he does. Potential breakout for Conard here. Here comes Roach, skates it, puts the brakes on, able to spin around, still keep it in, has it. Conard looking for it. Eisenberg has it, tries to get it to the point, picked up by Latowski. He's held up. They want a call. Daniel Hand wants that call, and now we have an offsides call. And Latowski went down. And the Daniel Hand fans all have their hand up. And the referee, his hand is calling offsides. So Conard gets a break there. Daniel Hand wins the faceoff. I don't know how many times I've said that tonight. Nolan Reck goes around, dishes it off for C.J. Bankoff. He'll come up. And it's poked away, and it goes into the Daniel Hand bench. So Nolan Reck will do it all over again versus Ryan Mason. Goes into the Conard zone. Andrew Nigro loops it around. Gainey bumps his man. Good play to hold it up. We have a battle on the boards now. Conard wins that battle. Now it's poked up by Nolan Reck. C.J. Bankoff or Tor McGoldrick. Bankoff tries to shoot it. Good play by the defender to keep it off his shins. Loose man, cherry picking for Daniel Hand up at the blue line. They've been looking for a man all night. And it goes in deep. No icing called. William Everson, Daniel Hand will beat Conard to the puck. Goes in deep in the zone. Bankoff's in alone. Able to take out one man, but puck is loose. Shot. Looked for a redirect. Gavin Scarice on that shot. Here comes Nolan Reck. Nolan Reck and Gavin Scarice. Nolan Reck to Gainey. Gets up for loose, but it's too far for Gainey's reach. But good play by Nolan Reck. Gainey has it now in the corner, looking for somebody. Banks it off the boards to Andrew Nigro, who sends it back in to keep it deep. Nolan Reck tries to reach McGoldrick behind the net. Nolan Reck, battle in the corner. Comes out. Nigro finds some open space for Gainey. Gainey takes a wrister. It's blocked, goes off the side. McGoldrick tries to shoot it, goes off the side of the net, and it's held up by Wolf against the netting. And we'll have a stoppage in play. 8:07 left in the second period. Gavin Mangini able to fetch that puck, shoots it in deep. Roach giving battle versus Patrick Koulis. And looks like we have a hand pass. And it looks like it's going to come out of the zone. We have face off all the way down in the Conard defensive zone. Whether it was intentional or not. Kasharian versus Eisenberg. Won by Kasharian. Shot. Never reaches the net. Here comes Eisenberg trying to skate it up. He's got Roach with him. It's picked off. Puck goes off sides. Conard plays it. Letowski battling through. Letowski goes down again, but Gavin Mangini's right there to grab it for Conard. It's tipped away from him. Here comes Kashershian. Letowski brings it around, sidestep, can't get the shot off, and that's a potential 3-on-2 for Conard. Here comes Gavin Mangini to Roach. Shot in the padding of Shane Wolf. Nice save there, and a good transition by Conard. And some good.
There's the difference there, Rob. See how we came in the zone with some speed? There was a pass, and then there was a shot. So that gives us the best chance. We got to get somebody on the weak side of that goalie to get a third pass in there, because this guy's hanging on by his fingernails.
Conard wins the faceoff. They're keeping it in the zone. Gavin Scarice loops it around, but Dylan Smith pinches in for Conard's defense. Keep it in. Liam Elver poke it back in there. Puck goes behind the net. Dylan Smith will go backhand it. Has it. Tries to go forehand. It's now into the corner. He's looking for some help. He can't get it out because Nolan Reck's there to support him. Now Conard has it. Liam Elford pokes it away. And Ryan Mason will circle up. And Braden Gainey's there. Drops it for Dylan Smith. Who fakes out the offensive player, sends it deep, and Nolan Reck put it on net. Pad save by Wolf, and it's tipped up by William Emerson. Tried to get some speed, but he couldn't beat Dylan Smith. And Conard will go back and regroup. Little miscommunication there from Conard on the outlet, and it's just lifted softly to the net by Daniel Hand and gloved by Chase Emery. Good job by Conard. Wins the faceoff. Here comes Mangini. Gets it above the red line. Dumps it in deep. He's given chase with Logan Carpenter. They're pinned up against the boards. Roach will join them. Loose puck now. Comes up by Kashurian for Daniel Hand. Sends it up to his outlet, Letowski, who tips it back to Kashurian. We have a 2-on-2. He tries to go razzle-dazzle between the legs and toe drags it. Kashurian pins his man. Still skating with the puck and maintains possession. Fakes one defender. Pad saved by Chase. Now an open netting. And loose puck and gloved by Emery. That's loose and goes into the corner. C.J. Bankoff is put down. They get up slowly, but they're up. Everyone has to go back and touch up there for Daniel Hand as they send it from the neutral zone out. Daniel Hand trying to center it, shoot it. A little back and forth. Here comes Eisenberg. Has it at the red line. Gets back. No offsides called there. Runs into a man. And now Daniel Hand has it. Finds some open ice for Letowski, who's able to skate with it. Flicks it right there. Shot by Ryan Mason, who was wide open. Couldn't get hard wood on it. Andrew Nigro, stretch pass. Over to Brendan Rich. He sends it in deep. They'll have stoppage in play. Dylan Smith meets up with Ryan Wood, and it's poked out of play. 4:38 left in the second period. Face-off won by Daniel Hand. Emery comes out of the net to stop it for Liam Elverd, who flubs it a little bit. Tries to get it to his outlet, Brendan Rich. Can't quite get it there. Riley O'Keefe now kicks it up forward. He's met with a man. Daniel Hand goes down. They come up with it, though. Had some support there from Ryan Mason. He falls down. Parker Bastos now skating up with it. Ryan Wood goes for the hit, misses, and a shot. And good defense work by Conard as it goes off the stick and out of play.
Conard just got to take a moment and settle down and get back to their game.
Conard wins the faceoff. Good one. Riley O'Keefe sends it up forward to Torrin McGoldrick. To Dylan Smith. Goes in. Torrin McGoldrick giving chase behind the net there for Daniel Hand. Goes out to Nolan Reck. He tries to send it. Can't. Now a potential 3-on-2 for Daniel Hand. Dylan Smith, a little extracurricular activity, but able to get his man out there and do some back checking. And Chase Emery able to cover that up. Conard had 3 defensemen out there too as well.
Yeah, and now we're going to go in the box and be down a man again.
It's like a slashing call on
just
Dylan
frustration.
Smith. Face-off won by Daniel Hand. Kept in deep in the zone by Patrick Koulis. Letowski over in the bumper. Spins around. He's got some good wheels on him. Goes right to the net. Goes short side. Beats Emery for a goal. Nice shot by Letowski there. And it's 2-1 Daniel Hand.
That was a pretty gross shot. That was nice. But again, you know, Conard's not playing their game. Now the frustration sets in. Now the penalties set in. And that's 2 power play goals on Conard tonight. Can't play D2 teams a man down. Just not going to work for them. So they got to figure out a way to play hard, play discipline, and
that Conard penalty was at number 15, Dylan Smith. 2 minutes for slashing.
Good play by Roach. Spins around. Bounces it off the boards. One man to beat. Can't do it. That's back and forth. 2-on-1. Shot. Daniel Hand goes high and wide. Daniel Hand always looking for those breakouts. Andrew Nigo now for Conard. Skating around the red zone. Up the red line. Shot for C.J. Bankoff. Brings it back. Shot. Goes wide. And we're going to have a penalty called here. And a retaliation, the shot.
Yep. Here we go again.
Looks like Gavin Scarice hit one of the Conard players.
I got to imagine that's going to be matching. Maybe not.
And he let the looks like the referee let the extracurricular activity go. With 2:38 left to play in the second. Gavin Scarice will sit for 2. And it gives a Conard Red Wolves power play. Kept in by Nigro at the point. Good stoppage there. Sends it to his bumper. Alonzo, Nigro looking for a shot. Loses it. And now a breakout by Kasharian. Here one-on-one. Fast break. Shot. Right, left. Backhanded. Shorty goal by Daniel Hand. It's a 3-1 game. Conard will still be on the power play for a minute 43. Little equipment fix here quickly for one of the Conard players. Conard wins the faceoff. Tor McGoldrick has it. Pass. Eisenberg can't keep possession. Goes into the corner. McGoldrick looking to grab it. Eisenberg slapping away at it. And Daniel Hand trying to send it down deep. They can't get it there. They finally do. And finally a clear. Chase Emery comes out and plays it. Here comes Gavin Mangini looking to set it up. Over to Torman McGoldrick. It's kicked away by Alex Kasharian. McGoldrick keep it now. At the point. It's flubbed. It goes in the air. Gavin Mangini shoots it. Goes behind the net. Gainey will pick it up. He'll backhand it in to keep it in deep. Gavin Mangini has it now. He's got possession in the corner. Over to Gainey, who gives it up, and it's sent in deep. Daniel Hand will send it down. And Dylan Smith will go back and hopefully take advantage of the change and bounces it a redirect pass to Tor McGoldrick to the side. Nolan Reck crosses pass with Tor McGoldrick. McGoldrick sends it, loops it around. Back to Dylan Smith. Smith to Alonzo. Alonzo back down in the corner of Mangini. Over to Smith. And just tipped away by Ryan Mason. And a couple of too many passes by Conard. And Daniel Hand was able to get some wood on it and defeat it. Here comes Conard now. Ken Roach has it. Comes out of the zone. Conard's got to touch up. Daniel Hand kills off the penalty. Scarice will go back onto the ice for Daniel Hand. Nick Alonzo sends it up to Roach. Roach looking for somebody. He's pinned up against the boards. Sends it, backhands it deep around the circle. Picked up by Daniel Hand. Picked up by a player. Ryan Letowski now has it. Spins around. 18 seconds left in the period. He's looking at the clock. Daniel Hand looking to kill some time. Redirect pass. Over to Ryan Mason. Brings it back. Tries to spin. In all alone now. But good play and broken up by Braden Gainey. And then at the end of the play, Gavin Scarice slashes Braden Gainey. And they skate away. And we had another Daniel Hand player hit Nick Alonzo, and the referees quickly step in. Russ, 3-1, losing some face-offs. They're not looking for the breakout man out there. They're not entering the zone correctly. What are your thoughts, and what are you telling these boys besides feeding them some coffee here on a Monday night?
You know, Rob, it's a complete reset at this point. That was a tough period to watch. It really was. I mean, just not playing the hockey they can play. It's a complete 180 degrees from Saturday's game. Energy's not here. It's exactly what I worried about. You know, you come off that game. It's you know, you got all that emotion and you got all that energy, and it's I don't know that it's returned yet because it's definitely flat out there. They're running into each other. It's literally like they forgot how to play hockey. It's two left feet. They're getting in each other's way when there's opportunities. They're not where they need to be. It's like watching me dance, Rob. It's really ugly.
And we'll take a break on that note. We'll go check our left feet, make sure we got the right shoes on. We'll be back after second intermission. All right, let's see if Conard can salvage this one. 3-1, Daniel Hand. Daniel Hand wins the faceoff. Towski has it. Ken Roach pokes it away. Giving chase now. Patrick Koulis is there for Daniel Hand. He pokes it up. Over to Gavin Scarice. To Coppola. Now Letowski, now a 2-on-1. Sauce pass to Kasharian. Just out of his reach. Behind the net is Letowski. He'll play on the side a little bit. He has it. Spins around. Gavin Mangini all over him. Daniel Hand able to keep it in. Patrick Koulis does a good job keeping it deep. Gavin Mangini now giving it a chase. But Daniel Hand able to keep it in the zone in the corner. And Conard trying to get it out of the zone. And they can't quite get there yet. And it goes over to Chase. He loses it a little bit. He sweeps it away with his stick. Good save there. Daniel Hand still has it. Dylan Smith tried to catch it midair. Goes above his head. Kasharian for Daniel Hand goes into the corner. And now Conard able to break it out. Here comes Jack Eisenberg. Has it. Sends it in deep. He's pushed off a little bit by Coppola. And Gavin Mangini will pinch his man up on the boards. And Ken Roach going after it. It's loose puck. Comes out of the zone. Nigro going chase. He's able to slap it in. Conard able to touch it up. Daniel Hand gets it across the red line. But Nigro able to retreat and salvage it. Sees his outlet to McGoldrick. McGoldrick tips it up. And it'll go all the way to the net. And loose puck. Nolan Reck gave a hard chase right to the net, as he's supposed to do. He's held up by Patrick Koulis. And Shane Wolf covers it up. So he'll have a face-off in the Daniel Hand zone. And Conard been struggling in face-offs all night. Struggles with that one too. Out in front, bounces over Gainey's stick. That was a bouncing puck. Here comes Nolan Reck. Tries to beat his man to the puck. Loose. Ryan Wood has it. 3-on-3 here. Drop pass to Ryan Wood. Shot goes up in the air. And we have a player down.
Gainey hurt.
Little stoppage in play. They'll tend to the player. He skates off on his own accord to the bench. He's sitting on the bench. He looks like he's okay. And we'll have a face-off. Nolan Reck and Ryan Mason for Daniel Hand. Reck sends it back, but it's picked up by Daniel Hand. Dylan Smith giving chase. Backhands it. He'll spin around, go behind the net. Looks for his outlet. Nobody there on the outlet side for Conard. Stretch pass by Daniel Hand, and Ryan Wood will send it in deep. Emery pushes it forward. Dylan Smith looking for his outlet, and it's flicked up the board. And potential icing there. And it will be icing on Conard. Daniel Hand with the face-off win again. Conard now finally at something. Here comes Ken Roach. Goes to the backhand. Loose puck. Loses it. They're offside. Gavin Mangini went back to touch up, but Roach didn't. And he touched the puck and went offsides.
It's again another example of Conard just turnover on the blue line after running through the neutral zone. It's got to figure out a better way to get the puck into the zone.
Dylan Smith lets the puck come to him. Over to Liam Alford. He tries a stretch pass. It's tipped up by Daniel Hand. Daniel Hand beats Conard to the puck. They're trying to create some space here. Richter, pad save by Chase Emery. Kasharian launch that one. Now Conard banks it off the boards. Comes Gavin Mangini. And he's touch up. Here comes Kasharian. He's in all alone. Shot. save, rebound, save, Emery. Conard got caught in a change, and Kasharian stole the puck from Gavin Mangini and sped off to the races and was able to get 2 shots off. And Emery, after the first shot and the rebound was let up, was able to hold his pose and stance and make that save.
Conard's looking really flat, Rob, right now. 11 minutes, 40 seconds left in this game. I hope we can find some energy.
Slapper by Gavin Scarice goes off the back of Torin McGoldrick. Nick Alonso lets the puck come to him, and so it's picked off. Nice move by Ryan Wood. Goes behind himself, centers it up. Shot, save. Emery, loose puck. No one picks up the man. Emery was down, and Daniel Hand lifts the puck and makes it 4-1. Daniel Hand. William Emerson was all alone there. No one picked him up. Emery was able to make the initial save, and it was a hard one. And he was down spread eagle, sitting down, and the rebound came right on the stick of Emerson, and he was able to send it up high. Roach now with the puck, goes into the zone, looking for somebody, goes up top. A flub shot by Conard, and that'll go in the end of the icing call. A little break there for Conard. Russ, there's been a lot of shots at the point tonight where Conard has just not had good wood or flubbed it, and it's not even getting deep.
It's just everybody's standing still, Rob. They're trying to play hockey without moving. You got to move along the blue line before you shoot. You're going to get your shot blocked otherwise. It's got to be more movement. Just
back to the point. O'Keefe has it, loses it. Got to send it in deep. He's able to do that. Matchinger has it, gets by him. Now it's off to the races. And no hand pass called as Chase Emery was able to bat that in the air. Daniel Hand batted it down. It looked like it went off Daniel Hand players of their hands. Nobody's moving for Conard here as Ken Roach was looking for an outlet pass. Gets it out of the zone, but Gavin Scarice is right there. Riley O'Keefe is able to grab it, while Daniel Hand has to touch it. And the referee finally called offsides.
in hockey, Rob, what you do without the puck is the most important thing. Where you are, how you support the person with the puck. And right now, Conard is back to basics with that. There is literally no puck support and no one moving off the puck.
Daniel Hand has the puck. They send it in deep. It's on net. Emery swipes it to the side. Letowski giving chase. He's able to gather from Dylan Smith. Letowski's had some speed. Coppola now hustling, pushes Tor McGoldrick off the net, off the puck. Flipped up by Daniel Hand. Kasharian trying to get by Dylan Smith, who uses his body. Able to block Kasharian. There's a battle in the corner. It's flubbed up into the corner now. Kasharian shot. Goes wide. Scarice has it. Lets a slow roller in there to get deep. Daniel Hand keeps possession into the corner. Tor McGoldrick dekes out a player. He's in. Now here comes Nolan Reck, has it. Looks for a shot. Doesn't make it to the net. And they're pushing Tor McGoldrick off the netting. Good play by Gainey to keep it in, using his body. Over to Liam Elvert. Elvert at the red line, sends it in deep. No one giving chase for Conard. Right to Gainey. Shot. Pad saved by Wolf. And C.J. Bankoff will give chase, but it'll be icing on Daniel Hand. Daniel Hand using some icings to give themselves a break and give themselves a rest. Kept in by C.J. Bankoff at the point. Flips it in, then by Gavin Mangini. Parker Bassos giving chase. He's pushed up against the boards. He goes down. C.J. Bankoff looks to take a shot. Goes into Nick Alonso. He now has it. Takes a shot. Goes wide. C.J. Bankoff, great job keeping the play inside the offensive zone. And now Daniel Hand trying to get physical. And here comes Ryan Wood with it, with a shot. And saved by Emery. And Daniel Hand skates into Emery, and he's able to keep possession of it. Daniel Hand getting a little physical here, trying to keep Conard off their toes and off balance. 8:27 left in the third. Face-off won by Daniel Hand. Shoot it in. Blocked by Ken Roach. Puck goes up in the air. It's batted down by Chase Emery. Goes up against the boards. Goes out of play, and Daniel Hand crossed the blue line with it and be offsides. So face-off will be outside the blue line. Conard wins the face-off. Roach. Conard player falls down. Tries to get it up to Eisenberg. Go over to Ken Roach. Roach has it. It gets poked away out of into the neutral zone. Riley O'Keefe. Over to Dylan Smith. Smith back over to O'Keefe. Looks for Roach. It's batted down. Roach is able to get it. He dumps it in. Nigro giving chase now for Conard. And Roach, who has no support down there, looking to go forward. Backhand shot, can't get it off. Another shot. Shane Wolf dives and corrals it in with his stick into his glove. Puck is hit outside. No icing. Liam Elverd. He'll battle up against William Everson. Elverd wins that puck possession. He flips it up. Gainey now has it. Misses the pass. Over to Ryan Wood. C.J. Bankoff has it. Sends it up. It's into the neutral zone. Swipe and a miss. Here comes Gainey. Shot. Wrister just off the post. Bankoff now has it. Sees Gainey, shot, goes high. Nolan Reck will swing it around, giving a look to Tor McGoldrick behind the net. He's looking for somebody, shoots it, missed by Nolan Reck. He's pushed down, but he's able to push it behind the net and keep it in play for Conard. Here comes Tor McGoldrick again with it. It's tipped away from him, and now Daniel Hand will send it deep. Nolan Reck has it, sends it back over to Tor McGoldrick behind the net. Torn backhanded, sends it up to C.J. Bankoff, who banks it off the boards back to Torn McGoldrick. It's hit off of Daniel Hand player and goes behind, and they'll shoot it up, and there goes Letowski, and he'll send it in deep, and now it's a race between Letowski and Liam Elverd, who blocks him, and whistle's called. Daniel Hand wins the face-off. It's loose. Picked up by Ken Roach. Circling the net. Looking for somebody. Spins around. Goes back into the corner. Banks it off behind the netting. Grabbed by Dylan Smith. Tries to send it to the center. Nobody there. Good job by Eisenberg to spin around and keep it deep in the Conard zone. Nobody there for Conard in the corner. Eisenberg gets there. And good play by Riley O'Keefe to keep it alive for Conard. And Daniel Hand trying to get it in there. And Dylan Smith can't do anything. Conard still off sides. They have to go back and touch up. Gives Daniel Hand some time to regroup and regather. Ken Roach now has it, 2-on-2. Roach has it, forward, backhand. Gavin Mangini, slapper, one time. Goes high and wide. Daniel Hand now breaking out. Gavin Scarice has it, stops, tries to get the shot off, can't do it. And Ken Roach pushing on the side. He has a potential, 2-on-1. Skates it up in the zone, spins again over to Eisenberg. That pass is picked off by Patrick Koulis for Daniel Hand. He'll skate up above the boards, look for an outlet, but C.J. Bankoff's able to cut it off, and find good space. Good looking up ice by Bankoff there. And McGoldrick looking for somebody. It looks like he was tripped up. Conard wanted a call. Gavin Scarice has it. He flips it backhanded. Gainey knocks it down. He's hit by Scariff. Scariff falls on Gainey. And now Scariff throws Gainey's thing. Scariff just throws Gainey's stick to the other end of the ice and grabbed it. So he's going to go off. 4:40 left to play. Kind of a stupid penalty with 4-1 lead.
Teenage boys, Rob. Trying to find some positives. That last Conard plays there. Decent passing, some good work. Trying to see if
Conard
they can get things back
going
together.
Here. Letowski with it. Bunches it up. Keeps possession. They haven't been able to really contain him tonight. He's done a good job. Able to poke a backhanded weak shot to the net. Swiped away by Chase Emery. Daniel Hand still keeping possession.
Penalty on number 7, Gavin Scarice. 2 minutes for interference.
And we're going to have a penalty on Conard here as Wolf skates over to the bench. And Conard can only have 26 seconds of power play, of which they spent in their own zone tonight. And Nolan Reck will go off a penalty. Daniel Hand wins the faceoff. Letowski with it, spins around, killing off some time, looking for a clear shot. Poked away by Chase Emery, and then scooped up by Chase in the glove. Daniel Hand wins the faceoff, grabbed by Letowski. He's held up on the boards by McGoldrick. He's sent down to the ice. Shot, waffle save by Patrick Koulis with that shot. Roughing was the call on Nolan Reck. That shot goes high and wide and way off the boards. It's going to go all the way down the ice on Daniel Hand. Wolf goes out to play it. McGoldrick giving chase. And great job by C.J. Bankoff to take the puck and the man, but Daniel Hand is there. They had a little more support. Here comes Dylan Smith. Goes through the legs. He's bumped off. And Shane Wolf. And Dylan Smith is literally tackled. There's going to be a penalty. Chase Emery goes to the bench. Here comes Tor McGoldrick with it, the outside. Looking for some help. He'll loop it around to C.J. Bankoff. He has it, misses it. Gavin Mangini goes after it, but can't get there. He's beat. So Conard will hopefully have another opportunity with 3:02 left to play in the game. Alex Kasharian, and I want to apologize all night if I didn't really pronounce his name correctly. He'll go off for 2.
Good opportunity to try to get this a little closer, a little more respectable.
So we'll skate 4-on-3 here for 22 seconds. And Conard can have a potential 5-on-3 for 27 seconds. Letowski has it, goes through some legs. Here comes McGoldrick, takes a shot, goes high, off the boards. Letowski has it. He flips it up, backhanded. That goes all the way down to the end of the ice. Emery sends it a little too far. for Dylan Smith, but he's right there. Send it to Torin McGoldrick. Sends a shot softly. Wolf is right there to pad save it. Gavin Scariff pins up a Red Wolves player, and that puck will go out of bounds with 2:22 left to play. 9 seconds left in the Nolan Reck roughing call, and a minute 21 in the Daniel Hand Alex Kasharian penalty. We are 4-on-4 for the next 9 seconds. And looks like Conard's going to call a timeout here. Got to score here, Russ.
Yeah, I mean, I think with 2 minutes, 22 seconds left, they're just trying to salvage whatever goodness we can get out of this game. This is definitely one we're going to want to flush and forget about and move on. They got to play Farmington Valley Generals on Wednesday. They're going to be a really good team. And right now, Conard seemed to forgot how to play hockey. I'm hoping that whatever coach is saying right now shakes some memory. Looks like we're pulling our goalie. 5-on-3. Open net.
So Chase Emery's pulled. 5-on-4. It'll be 6-on-4 in 9 seconds. Conard wins it. Rister. Pad save by Wolf. Gainey shot. Goes wide. Nolan Reck out of the box. Dylan Smith will have to hustle back and get it. Eisenberg comes on as the sixth man. Pass to Ken Roach, trying to bring it in to Torin. Torin takes a shot. Glove saved by Wolf. .57 seconds left in the Daniel Hand penalty and a minute 58 in the game. McGoldrick, Eisenberg, Gainey, Roach, Dylan Smith, all out there. For Gav Mangini, Rister, shot, score! Face off, won by Conard, went right back to Mangini, and he just didn't waste time, wristed it in, and Conard cuts the lead by 2. Conard needs a rush here. Here comes Patrick Koulis for Daniel Hand, who sends it in deep.
Scored by number 11, Ken Roach, with an assist from number 21, Gavin Mangini.
Correction on the goal. Mangini had the assist. He shot it, but Roach tipped it in. Gainey has it, sends it over, back to Gainey, loses it. It's pinched out of the zone. Now it's a loose puck. Letowski wants a call that he was held up.
That was definitely interference, Rob.
Dylan Smith.
Definitely interference.
Dylan Smith held him up. No call there. Here comes Roach again. Down the ice. It's sent down the end of the ice. It'll be icing call. Good break there. Minute 5 left to play in the game. Conard pulls their goalie, Chase Emery. So 6-on-5 here. Big battle on the boards. Dylan Smith able to keep it in. Torin McGoldrick looking for a shot. He's on his backhand, skating in. Centers it up. Rister. Waffle saved by Wolf. Great opportunity there for Conard. A good save by Wolf. Here comes McGoldrick, wheeling and dealing. Spins around, able to keep the possession. Here comes Letowski, not the guy you want to have the puck. He sends it in deep, and we're going to have an icing call. Good pressure there. Where was that all game, Russ?
I don't know, Rob. Just about to say the same thing, you know. Finding some last-minute energy. About 40 minutes too late.
Rister, shot.
Oh!
Just off the pad of Wolf, and it goes wide. Good opportunity there. Conard still keeping it in the zone. Alonso able to send it in deep. Daniel Hand trying to keep it in. Gainey with a shot. Goes right in front. Rister. Gainey put it on net. And McGoldrick put it in the goal.
All right. Well, now we got 14 seconds to score a goal.
Conard, 4-3. Pulled the goalie. Some magic happened there. They battled. Daniel Hand wins the face-off. They'll try and send it deep. Mangini will send it deep there. Daniel Hand getting possession of it.
Yeah.
Gavin Mangini pushing up Karashin. And here comes. And the buzzer will go. And the victory will go to Daniel Hand. 4-3 final here. Conard will go to 3-4. Russ, what do you think? I mean, they had some pressure late in the game, but almost too late, too little.
Yeah, a lot of too little, too late. And, you know, Conard, you know, again, exactly what I was worried about, Rob. Conard coming off that big win on Saturday against Hall. A lot of emotion, a lot of energy expended in that game. And, you know, clearly when they came out here, definitely weren't ready to play the game that they needed to play tonight. You know, you can't make that up in the last minute and a half. Just trying to work hard in the last minute and a half of the game. A lot of things to clean up. Really, you know, again, don't want to be super negative about it. Just, you know, sometimes you just have a game like this, you know, where nothing goes right. They looked like they never played together. They were bumping into each other. They couldn't get the puck through the neutral zone. Our only zone entry really that worked all night was the dump and chase, and that's never a great one. Not at this level. It just basically leads to turnovers. So, I mean, again, flush it. You got a great game against Farmington Generals. Hopefully this fires them up to come in on Wednesday and put some points up against that team. Conard's still looking for that elusive D2 win.
Yep. Hopefully they can do it. I'm Rob. I'm with Russ. We are Russ and Rob, and that's it, folks. And we won't see you. We'll be back in February. Have a good night.